Hi, boys and girls. When you listen to a story when you're reading, you want to stop and check for understanding along the way. If you do a good job with that, then when you're done reading, you should be able to retell that story. When you retell a story, there are some things that you must include. You must tell who is in the story. You'll need to list the characters. If there are a lot of characters, just name the most important ones. Then you must tell where the story is. That's called the setting. Be specific. You wouldn't want to say outside, because then I would be confused. Where is the setting? Is it outside in a forest? Outside in the desert? So make sure you describe the setting using details. Next, you'll need to tell the BME, the beginning, middle, and end. How did the story start? What are some things that happened in the middle? Usually there's a problem in the story. It might be in the beginning, it might be in the middle, and then by the end, that problem should be fixed with a solution. Last, this is the tricky part. When you retell a story, you must tell the story's lesson. What did you learn from the story? Today I want to retell the story, The Three Little Pigs. We all know this story. We've heard it before. When I retell the story, I'm going to name the characters and the setting, the BME, beginning, middle, and end. I'll also mention what the problem and solution was. And last, I'll explain a lesson that I can learn from the story. I'm going to use this graphic organizer to help organize part of my retelling. There's a spot to put my name and the title of my book right here. I'm going to get started and fill that in right now. There it is, my name and the title of the text. Next, I'm going to list the characters and describe the setting in this box. The characters are the three pigs, the mother pig, and the big bad wolf. The setting is in the country. Do you notice how I was specific? I didn't just say outside. Can you picture the country? Lots of trees, maybe some rolling hills. Not too many houses and buildings. And there are some, but they are probably spread out a little bit. Next, I'm going to skip down to the BME and describe the beginning, middle, and end of the story. In the beginning, the mother pig asked her piglets to go out and build their own houses. In the middle of the story, a lot happened. Pig 1 built his house out of grass. Pig 2 built his house out of wood. Pig 3 built his house out of bricks. The big bad wolf blew down the first two houses. So the first two pigs ran to the third pig's house. So the problem in this story is that the first two houses were not built very good. At the end of the story, the wolf tried to blow down the house made out of bricks, but he couldn't. The wolf tried to get inside by going down the chimney, but he got burned instead. What's the lesson that we can learn from this story? Well, the problem was that Pig 1 and Pig 2 did not take the time to build a strong house. So the lesson that I would learn from the story is take your time and do it right the first time. Instead of rushing and racing to do something in life, take your time and make sure you're doing a good job because it pays off in the end. Now it's your chance to show what you know. Go in your book bag or your book box and pull out a story that you read recently when you were doing Read to Self. It needs to be a story that has a characters and a setting. Reread it real quick. And then you're going to send a video to your teacher where you practice retelling it. In your retelling, don't forget to include the characters and the setting, the BME, beginning, middle, and end. And last, what's a lesson that you can learn from the story?